Welcome back to a special edition of Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today. Comcast has lost over 1.5 million TV customers in 2024, and most shockingly maybe, over 400,000 internet customers. Now, we're going to break this all down and let you know everything you need to know about this story. If you're new here, I've been covering the world of cord cutting for over 10 years at cordcuttersnews.com, one of the largest resources for cord cutting in the world. And we're going to help you understand this and break down what's the future of Comcast and a whole lot more. I'll put a link to this story in the first pinned comment and in the show notes. If you like what we do here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. All right, let's dive into it. So Comcast late last week announced its earnings, where it lost a ton of subscribers in the fourth quarter, I should say, of 2024. With this, they lost 311,000 TV customers and 139,000 internet customers in the fourth quarter. In total, when you add everything up, they lost 1.572 million TV customers and 411,000 internet customers. Now, this is interesting because, for one, they always said, well, hey, Comcast loses TV customers, they'll keep them as internet customers and make all their money there. Cord cutting 2.0 has been putting the lie to that as people are ditching and going to fiber, 5G home internet, and even things like satellite to replace them. Even if it's not as good, people seem to be very interested in finding cheaper and better, in their mind, options for them. Not everybody needs a gig internet speed because, if I'm just watching Netflix and surfing Facebook and maybe have a wireless security camera, 200, 300, 400 down is probably all I need with that. And that's led to hundreds of thousands of people ditching. And this is just Comcast, who I actually think of all the cable companies is in one of the best places to deal with the growth of cord cutting and have a future plan for it. We see them already implementing this as they look to ditch their cable networks that they don't see as having much of a future. MSNBC, CNBC, USA Network, Sci-Fi, and other networks are being spun off. Some are being shut down. Universal Kids is going to become a thing of the past as they shut down that network soon. And they're leaning more into Peacock, which, while still losing money, has seen a dramatic increase in its profitability, reducing the losses it's been seeing over the last fourth quarter. So what's the future here? I think Comcast is preparing themselves for the post-cable TV world. Comcast is setting themselves up to be ready for the world where cable television, the traditional copper cable coming to your home and giving you TV, is a thing of the past. They've launched several streaming packages, Peacock, Now TV, which gives you a bunch of small channels, and a new sports-only package for their internet customers. Yes, I don't think it's the greatest price point. It's $70, but it's an attempt there to diversify their business. More importantly, they're leaning more into what is working. NBC locals, Bravo, they found a good following there, and Peacock Sports. You're seeing them move some content over to Peacock exclusive sport content to try to drive subscribers. And they're trying to find ways to become profitable, including shutting down networks that are not, like Universal Kids, one of the networks that struggled the most in 2024. They'll shut down in March of this year, of 2025. Comcast is in a better position, I think, than Spectrum, for example. Spectrum does not have NBC Universal, a huge movie and television studio there. And yes, both of them are trying to diversify into wireless. That's only a short-term patch, I think. I think they're going to run into the fact that the profit margins on reselling wireless phone service is very small, and they're going to struggle to find a way to make that profitable. Cable TV is dying. No matter what way you look at it, there's just not a future in it. And Comcast has now seemed to accept this. When I started this business, cable executives kind of laughed about cord cutting. A few kids in mom's basement, nothing to worry about. They're not serious. They're not real threats to the world of television. And now they're finding out that that's not the case, and they're actually going very aggressive to address this. The question is, will they be able to do it? Will the spinning off the cable networks happen fast enough to get them off their books before they're actually hammered by them? Will they be able to make Peacock profitable at a way that to sustain the business? Will their studios be able to compete with Netflix, Amazon, and others who are heavily investing in being new competition in ways we've never heard? Keep an eye on potential mergers and joint partnerships here. There's been a lot of talk about Peacock and Paramount Plus doing a joint merger. Now, not Paramount, not Comcast merging, but them striking a joint venture together to operate one streaming service that has Paramount Plus and Peacock merged in, much like how we saw Max and Discovery, or HBO Max and Discovery Plus merged to create Max. I think we're going to see more and more of these, maybe joint streaming partnerships like we saw with other companies doing bundles and the like. Look for more of those in the future. Comcast wants to become profitable. They're going to need some way to stand out. And in a growing crowded market, I've said this before, there are more streaming services on the market now than the market can support. Comcast Peacock is definitely one that's been struggling more than some of the others on the market. Will they be able to do this on their own, or are they going to be forced to do a merger deal? Paramount seems to be open to it. Keep a close eye on that merger. We've heard rumors that they've had talks at least about it. Overall, Comcast is in a very tough spot, and the next about 3 years is going to tell us the future of what Comcast is going to be able to do. Are they going to be able to turn around these internet losses? Are they going to be able to turn around the unprofitable Peacock? Before they run to a point where they have to really get serious about selling off some stuff? Are they going to be forced to downsize, cut off more than they initially wished to? Will we see tons of cable networks like Bravo sold off? What about parts of their studios? We'll keep a close eye on it, but something big is happening there. It's not just Comcast. I know this video focuses on Comcast because we got all their numbers, we're breaking it down. But many cable TV companies in the mid and small size range are either being sold to bigger competitors. Spectrum has been on a big buying spree of smaller cable companies because that's all they really have. They need to expand. Or shutting down. It's estimated in 2025, 50 local cable TV companies will go out of business, in the sense that they'll shut down their traditional cable television service this year and focus either on internet sell-off, or, as a few, very few have though, completely shut down their internet, their phone, their television, just vanish. Look for that to be a very big turning point in 2025. A lot's happening this year. Comcast is going to make or break it. For all that's going right at Comcast, at some point they need to figure out a significant part of their business, which is the TV and internet side. They cannot kind of ignore cord cutting 2.0 like they ignored cord cutting. They can't just kind of brush off these small numbers of people canceling TV as they did back in the day and apply that same mentality to internet. Losing over 400,000 internet customers is quite a shock for Comcast. There's more competition than they thought there would be at this point, and it puts them in a very real position of losing the base that they have at the moment that keeps them running. Will they be able to turn this around? Will they not? We'll have to keep a close eye on it. But 2025, 2026, 2027 are going to be make it or break it years for Comcast, as not only do they need to become profitable, they need to find a way to attract viewers. Well, that's it for today. If you like this video, every Monday through Friday, we do videos like this, but instead of one topic, we kind of break down all the big stories in the last 24 hours. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and check us out over at cordcuttersnews.com. Link to the story in the show notes and in the first pinned comment.